when he's saying, when the Lord is telling us that we're special people above all people. And because we're not following his commandments, his laws, statutes, is why we're in the situation that we're in right now. And we have such an hard time.
We don't see it. We just think, it's just a day the Lord tested my faith. It's just another day I'm just going, no. Let's read what you got.
Joel chapter 3.
Give me verse 6.
This is what you was talking about.
Verse 6. The children also of Judah.
Of who?
Of Judah. And the children of Jerusalem. Have you sold into the Grecians, that you might remove them from their border.
So they sold us into slavery and fed us to gators. And they sold us to Greeks. Who are Greek people today? White people. That's who the Greeks are. White folks. We got some black Greeks, but their origin are Caucasian. Let's go back to Deuteronomy 28. We almost done. I just want to wrap up this last two. Deuteronomy 28, 60. Let's go to 54.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
So we gotta ask ourselves, why don't and I know y'all women can testify to this. Why do men make babies they know they're not gonna take care of? Don't be putting your seed in a woman that you know you ain't gonna raise that child. Don't do. That's tip, and that's happening every day, right? Well, let's find out why. Read that again.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate.
What does tender and delicate mean? Nice, calm, patient. It said the same man at that time, what was going to happen?
His eye shall be evil toward his brother.
The Bible says, now I'm going to change the man's spirit. Now I'm going to make you hate your brother. Now I'm going to put a spirit of division between you. Where you once got along. Where y'all once could talk to one another, call and check on each other without saying that's gay. You know what I mean? That's how most men, brother, don't call me like that. Don't come asking me how I'm feeling. Don't come asking me how I'm doing. Read on.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
And now he gonna hate the wife he's dealing with. Now, how come the man beat his wife? How come the man don't treat his wife with respect? Because the Most High was gonna change that spirit in him. Read.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
To the remnant of his children, he even gonna have an evil eye, and then he's gonna what? Leave them. So now we gotta ask ourselves, why daddy hated me? Why daddy walked out of the house on me? Why daddy left mama like that? Why granddaddy left granny like that? It's because it's prophesied he was going to destroy our household. But here we are now in 2025, the man ain't right, the woman ain't right, ain't none of our asses right. But we keep trying to make up stuff to fill the void. Read.
Verse 27, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness.
We didn't serve God happily. We didn't say, I'm glad to keep these commandments. He told us not to eat shrimp, crab, pork, lobster. Nah, brother, I gotta have my shrimp, I gotta have my pork. Read it again.
Because we serve not the Lord thy God with joyfulness.
It wasn't a good thing to say, I don't need the pig, I don't need the shrimp, I don't need the catfish. Read.
And with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shall thou serve thy enemies.
So now he said, because y'all don't want to do what I say, now you gonna serve your enemy. Y'all wasn't happy with me giving you manna coming from heaven. You weren't happy with me just making sure that your kids was intact. You had a wife, you had a son, you had a daughter that lived long years. You didn't want that. So now I'm gonna send your enemies against you. Read on.
We can eat that. Read.
It may not taste good to you per se, but we can eat it. I got you.
Hey, let's find out who the enemy is, though. Therefore shall thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Who gonna do it?
The Lord shall send against thee.
Read.
In hunger.
Who do we go to for food? Do we own any food businesses? Who own them? The white man. The white man own all Chipotle. Give me some more. Burger King, McDonald's, Walmart, even mom and pop shops. Who they got to pay taxes to? The white man. Read.
Therefore shall thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst,
When we want something to drink, who owned the Sunny and Aquafina? Budweiser. Gunzel. What's the name of that new liquor? Gunzel. What is it called? Whatever. Lunazel. It ain't us. Read.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness. Who owned the clothing companies? Yeah, we got these shirts made, and we can say we own them. But the question is, who owned the printing companies that we buy stuff from? It ain't us. Read.
And in want of all things.
When you die, you need a death certificate to show the white man you dead. So what? They can start calling your house telling you got bills. When you alive, they come into the world when they say you need a birth certificate. When you travel to and from in the world, what you need? A passport. But you really know what a passport is? It's called a slave pass to go from city to city. Because you know when we left the plantation back then, you had to have a pass from the slave master to leave. That's it. Now they pushing a star ID. Why? Because that's the men.
Hey, but if we're free, why we need anything?
That's right. We don't.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Who gonna do it?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So now, what happened to us? We went into slavery, right? We went into slavery on slave ships. So the question we got to ask ourselves is, what nation of people you know today had a yoke of iron? Matter of fact, do me a favor, one of y'all. You got a phone with you? Hey, sis, you got a phone with you? Hey, brother in the car, right here. One of y'all got a phone with y'all? Do me a favor, Google yokes of iron. Look on your phone. I just want y'all to see. I want y'all to see. So y'all don't think we lying. Read that verse again. Go back. Read that verse again.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So when you go to Google, type in yokes of iron and hit images. I just want you to stroll through and tell me what you see. That's it. Just stroll. Tell me if you see anything different that changes. You see nigger locks. That's what I call them. So read the verse again.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So now you got to think about it. We had yokes of iron on our neck until we were destroyed. We didn't need to. Now they don't need to change for us no more. Because what? We willingly participate into wickedness. We willingly participate in celebrating pagan days, eating things we're not supposed to eat. We willingly do these things now. So they done destroyed us so to where we don't need to change. Read on.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So when we was in Egypt, the story you just said sits right here in the blue car. The story we read about Moses in Egypt. What was going on with the children of Israel under Pharaoh? What were they called? Slaves. So it says, what now? We shall leave Egypt and come back to Egypt again on ships. So let's find out.
Exodus chapter 1 verse 13. So they ruthless made the people of Israel work as slaves.
That's what the Bible says, that we had to work as slaves. Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
So when we got off of those slave ships, we were sold as bondmen and bondwomen. What's another word for that? What's another word for that? Bondmen and bondwomen. And we got, read it again. Right, just listen to it, read it again.
There you shall be sold unto your enemies.
You shall be what?
Sold unto your enemies.
Read.
For bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
So what do you do to bondmen and bondwomen if we get sold? Chains. That's it. So the Bible says, what we see in school, when they start with our history and slavery, oh, y'all are just niggas in chains. Because they don't want us to know we God's chosen people. Read on.
That's it.
So give me Amos 3 verse 1. Y'all got something y'all want to add? Y'all got some questions? Y'all want to say something? Oh, she's talking about you shall be cast, Revelations 12, 8, 1. Let's read this.
Amos chapter 3 verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you. O children of Israel,
That's what we just talked about. We are God's chosen people.
against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying,
Out of where?
out of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for your iniquity.
That's why, again, give me, hold that. Give me Leviticus 11 and 7. So it says he gonna punish us for our iniquity. I'm gonna show you one punishment we get. And y'all gonna probably be like, wait a minute, I got to go, but I got to bring it out. Let's read this.
Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7. And you shall not go out from the door of the tabernacle. 11 verse 7. And the swine.
And the what?
And the swine.
What animal is that? What animal is swine? Pig, right? Read.
Though he divide the hoof and be clothed for it, yet he cheweth not the cud.
He don't eat clean stuff. Read.
He is unclean to you.
He is what?
He is unclean to you.
So the Bible tells us we ain't supposed to eat pig. So he says, I'm going to punish you for all your iniquity. What's the iniquity? We ain't supposed to eat that, but we do it anyway. Read.
For their flesh shall you not eat, and their carcass shall you not touch. They are unclean to you.
So we ain't supposed to eat that, but we do it anyway. So he says, I will punish you for your iniquity. So watch this. Who you know down with high blood pressure the most? Black folks. And if you look at the statistics right now, I think it's 23% we lead in that category. Everybody else 12, 8, 9. Why? Because they know better. And they sit around and sell it to who? Us. They put barbecue shops right down the street. What's wrong with us eating beef bacon? I don't like that, brother. Well, if I love God enough, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to make that adjustment. I'm going to make that change. It might be a struggle, because a lot of people hear us up here talking, nigga, you know that you ain't always been right. Yeah, duh, we ain't stupid. We know we ain't always been right. We fall at times today. But what we do, we don't make excuses. And this is just a day and can't get myself back right. No, pray, figure that thing out. Read on.
Verse 9.
Verse 9. These shall you eat that are in the waters.
So now we move into the water. We know we're not supposed to have the pig. We know we're not supposed to have the shrimp, crab, lobster. Now we got to figure out what's in the water that we can't eat.
Wheresoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall you eat.
So you got to ask yourself, does shrimp have fins and scales?